Good morning from Jonesboro, Arkansas. May 1st, 2024, 5:20 a.m. I should wait till I get my electric bill because this may change just a little bit, but I don't want to wait a week to do this. I just want to do it. Get it over with. And not get it over with like I'm dreading it, but just get it done. There's no need to wait until the 10th of the month to report on April. Okay, April 2024, how much money did we save driving 2 electric cars over gas vehicles, and how much did it cost? Well, first thing I do is every month, at least once a month, I punch in the odometer reading, and it'll tell me how many miles we're driving per day and project it per year, and some notes over here if anything important has happened. And do that for both vehicles. And the only thing I have to do manually usually is I'll just take this number minus this number and transfer it to give us the total number for each vehicle. Excuse me. We drove the Niro 754 miles this month. We drove the boat 1262, but look here. Here's the page I like looking at. For the first time, we drove over 2,000 miles in a month. That's because the Niro was way more than normal this month. And so anyway, 2,016 miles. And I haven't even looked at the rest of this. When I saw that, I thought, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do a video. 4 miles per kilowatt hour. My Niro, which I drive, 4.6. And my wife, 3.7. This is rated at 3.9. She's not getting what the factory says it can get. But there's a reason. It's getting warmer now, so it'll do better. But the heat, when going to work at 4 o'clock in the morning, sometimes 3. One day she had to be there. Her regular schedule is 6 o'clock. Constantly they require her to be there at 5, quite often at 4. And there was once last month she had to be at work at 3 o'clock. She had to leave here at 2 o'clock in the morning. The heat at that time of day, this time of year. Plus, she just doesn't like regenerative braking. She just don't like what it feels. And okay, I'm not going to say it. Okay. All right, she just don't like the way it feels. How about that? And so anyway, but the average 4. That's simply this number divided by this number. Kilowatt hours burned, 505. 8 cents a kilowatt hour. $40.40 is what we paid to move both these cars over 2,000 miles. 2 cents a mile. Look at the Niro. $13.11 to drive 754 miles, 1.7 cents a mile. Look at that. Now, this does not count for energy loss because I have no way to calculate it. I'm thinking it's going to be 10 to 15% energy loss. So it may be as much as 2 cents a mile, and that's still dirt cheap. But some people, I've read on the internet, it's up to 40%, but I just don't believe that. And I do know that the hotter the cord gets, the faster you charge, the more energy loss you have, from what I understand. Our cord only goes to 16 amps. I think we probably have less energy loss than most people. So anyway, 1.7, 2.2, these are never exact because of the energy loss. There's maybe as much as 2.5 cents. And I normally don't mention that because I just don't want to say the same stuff every month, even though I sort of do. But anyway, there you go. So 2 cents a mile is what it costs to drive these 2 cars on average. Let's look at the price parity. If we drove our Cherokee 28.2 miles, $3.12 a gallon, which is the average over the last month, then you're looking at 56 cents a gallon. Gas would have to get down to 56 cents a gallon for it to cost, for gas and electric to cost the same to push these cars down the road. If you look at a 4x4 truck, 40 cents a gallon. Okay, and I almost forgot about this section. No free charging this month. Gas on average, $3.12 a gallon. If we drove a 4x4 truck, my homie, as we used to say in the 80s, he gets 19.8 miles to the gallon. Manor is his name. 19.8 miles to the gallon, $317. We would have spent, if we had 2 of those this month, we saved $277. There's no way we both drive 2 4x4 trucks. We just wouldn't do it. We might would have one And then Cherokee. This is our Cherokee. This is what it averaged last year. This year so far, I'm only getting 26 miles to the gallon. I don't know how I did so good last year. I think because it was mainly highway. And so maybe it'll increase this year. But last year, 28.2 miles to the gallon and $182.65 we would have saved. Now this year we're getting 26. I'm going to see what it would be. $201. And it just went from 25.9 to 26 when I drove it the other day. So $201, but until this year, when I factor in the average of last year and this year, officially we're going to say $182. And the Niro hybrid, 46.8 miles to the gallon. If we had two of those, I compare it because it's the same car, just different way of pushing down the road, we'd have saved 94 biggins. If this were a Prius doing, say, 56 miles to the gallon, $72 on two of them. And if you look down here, we have the total for 2024 and the total. And so far this year, I mean, look at this. We've burned almost 2,000 kilowatt hours. My solar panels can't keep up. We are buying electricity. We do not have enough solar panels now. And we had a credit with the electric company until we got this car. But look at this. Kilowatt hours burning on this, every month. That really eats into it. Versus the Niro, a whole lot less. But anyway, altogether, this year, almost 2,000 kilowatt hours. Where is all the electricity going to come from to supply all these electric cars, right? Ain't that what we hear? 1885 from home, actually. But since we've gotten two cars in November, we're approaching 3,000 kilowatt hours we've burned from the house. And you can look at the rest of these numbers if you want to. 2.3 cents a mile. This is going down because the weather's getting warmer. And look at our savings right here for since we've gotten both these cars, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This was not a complete month, so about 5.5 months, almost $1,200. Wow, that's gonna be $1,200 by the time it's officially 6 months. So $2,400 a year over driving two trucks, probably $1,500 a year over driving two Cherokees, and about $700 driving two hybrids. So far, we're doing 85% of our charging at home on the Niro and 94% on the boat. And I keep up with this because I used to say we do 95% of our charging at home because that's what I always read, that's what I always heard, and I just figured we were average. So I thought, are we really? And so, of course, I came up with an Excel file and see that we don't. And being summer, this may actually go down a little, especially if I go to Texas, which that's a long ways for one person. My wife simply cannot go work. But if I go and I take the Niro, it's going to be public charging the whole way, and that's going to go way down. I don't really want to take the Jeep. Ugh. Stupid gas car. I have no use for gas vehicles. It's comfortable, but I have no use for them. All right. What y'all think? Leave your comments in the comment section, of course. And see you later. Bye.